The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hi friends, I hope everyone is safe and fine. We have prepared a presentation on the topic disaster and disaster management. Let me move on to the topic disaster. What do you mean by disaster? A disaster is a serious disruption occurring over a long or short period of time that causes widespread human, material, environmental or economic loss. Developing countries suffer the greatest cost due to this disaster. As per the reports, 95% of the developing countries has affected due to this disaster. There are two types of disaster, natural disaster and man-made disaster. Let me explain it to you. What is natural disaster? Natural disaster occurred due to the natural process of the earth. It includes flood, tsunamis, cyclone, hurricanes, etc. What is man-made disaster? It occurs as per the result of human activities. It includes accidents, deforestation, etc.
Now we have discussed about disaster and the types of disaster, that is natural disaster and man-made disaster. Now let's see some recent disasters that happened in India. Flood, landslide, cyclone, Assam gas leakage, Amazon forest fire and Australian forest fire. Let's look these in detail. Flood. What is a flood? A flood is an overflow of water on normally dry ground. This is most commonly due to overflowing of river, dam breaks, melting of snow and heavy rainfall. Flooding was in 1931 in China and killed between 20 to 40 lakhs of people's life. We have also faced flood in Kerala these last years. Government of India has also taken several safety measures to overcome the disaster and also to save lives of people, as it is the biggest resource on earth.
Now we are going to discuss about how to manage that disaster. Disaster management can be defined as the organization and management of resources and responsibilities for dealing with all humanitarian aspects of emergencies. In particular, preparedness, response and recovery in order to lessen the impact of disaster. The first people to respond to a disaster are those living in the local community. They are the first to start rescue and relief operations. Red Cross and Red Crescent National Societies therefore focus on community-based disaster preparedness, which assists communities to reduce their vulnerability to disasters and strengthen their capacities to resist them. Now we are going to discuss about steps you can take to prepare for a disaster. Know the hazards in your area, review your insurance policies, take a household inventory and store copies in safe location or online, prepare a disaster plan, have a communication plan, have an evacuation plan. Practice the steps that are needed to disconnect your home gas, water and electricity. Eliminate any potential hazards. Make sure you know your neighbors. Speak to your local authorities. Now we are going to discuss about disaster management cycle. Disaster management essentially has two parts. One is protection phase and second one is recovery phase. Risk management involves mitigation and prevention, preparedness, prediction and early warning. Next, recovery phase includes impact assessment, response, recovery and reconstruction.
Let us say about 3 P's on the topic disaster management. There are three subtopics: prevention, preparedness, and prediction. Prevention. Prevention is to ensure that human action or natural phenomena do not result in disaster or emergency. Primary prevention is to avoid the risk of the event occurring by getting rid of the hazard or vulnerability. Example, to avoid overcrowding, deforestation, and to provide services. Preparedness. Preparedness refers to a very concrete research-based set of actions that are taken as precautionary measures in the face of potential disasters. These actions can include both physical preparations and training for emergency action. Additionally, as social science research on preparedness has shown, it is extremely difficult to prepare for a disaster that has never occurred before. For instance, the scenarios used for simultaneous exercises are often based on previous disasters. It is difficult to use. Prediction. Prediction of natural disaster using technology requires extensive research and funding. Scientists need to analyze past disaster to find patterns in natural phenomena.
Now we have already discussed about 3 P's or 3 phases of disaster management. Let's move to the next topic, 4 R's. That is rescue, relief, rehabilitation and reconstruction. Let's look one by one. Rescue. Survival of the trapped victims will happen only when the rescue operations are good. Rescues may be self-rescue or the rescue by the bystanders or witness. The second one is relief. The third one is rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is to restore to the near original condition that can help to get back and improve the abilities needed for the daily life. It can be like physical and mental. The last and final R is reconstruction. Reconstruction program that involves optimum opportunities to involve in the new enterprises with the holistic approach.
Now we are going to discuss about steps to protect and prevent. Emergency is a state in which normal procedures are suspended and extraordinary measures are taken in order to avoid a disaster. An emergency can be defined in the context of the social, political and epidemiological circumstances in which it occurs. Prevention is defined as those activities taken to prevent a natural phenomenon or potential hazard from having harmful effects on either people or economic assets. Delayed actions drain the economy and the resources for emergency response within a region. For developing nations, prevention is perhaps the most critical components in managing disaster. However, it is clear one of the most difficult to promote. Prevention planning is based on 2 issues: hazard identification and vulnerability assessment, the risk and capacity of a community to handle the consequence of the disaster. Once these issues put in order of priority, emergency managers can determine the appropriate prevention strategies. Disaster prevention refers to measures taken to eliminate the root causes that make people vulnerable to disaster.
I hope you all understand what a disaster is and its type and the recent disaster happened in India. Now let us look at the role of government and what a government should cooperate with us during disaster time. The government agency which deals with the disaster management is known as NDRF. It means National Disaster Response Force, which came into force on 2005 December 26. It deals with the disaster management force. National Disaster Response Force, abbreviated as NDRF, is an apex body of Government of India with a mandate to lay down policies for disaster management. The phrase disaster management is to understood as a continuous and integrated process of planning. The effect of all disaster is the evacuation, rescue, relief and rehabilitation and reconstruction. The NDRA was established through Disaster Management Act enacted on 2005 December 26. The NDRA is responsible for framing policies laid down of the State Disaster Management Authority to ensure a holistic and distributed approach to disaster management. As a Keralite, we all are familiar with the role of government during this situation. In 2018, we faced flood. During this time, our people were suffering a lot of problems. I hope that you all get a clear picture on the topic step to prevent the disaster and to protect our life from this disaster. Now let me move on to the next topic, mental and physical awareness of a common man during this disaster. The first step is to identify the types of disaster you are exposed to and the likelihood of these occurring and their potential impact. Knowing the most common hazard in your area, particularly if you are new to the region, can help to focus your preparation plan for this hazard. During a disaster time, you ask yourself that, is my area vulnerable to natural disaster? How often are these disasters likely to occur in my area? Which of my assets would be affected? To what extent that I be affected financially? How would I recover if I do not have any insurance? How can each disaster be protected or mitigated? These questions are very important during a disaster time. The insurance and financial background of your life should be always in a balanced way while these disasters happen.
Thank you for cooperating with us. We hope you all understand what we said. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.